Hey, what's going on everybody? Paul Tech here, and welcome to the unboxing and full review of the Xiaomi Mi 5X. So the good folks at GearBest did send this out to me for a review, so big shout out to them. Now this device right now retails for about $219. You are going to get 4 gigabytes of RAM and 32 gigabytes of ROM. Now there's another variant of this, which is a little bit more pricier, but you also get a little bit more in the ROM department. You get 64 gigabytes instead of the 32 variant that I have here. So as you can see there, removing the top portion of the box, you can see you got the Mi 5X resting right there on top. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the box. Just go ahead and show you how it looks just fresh out of the box. And it does have that screen protector there. You got some Chinese writing on it. I'm going to place it off to the side and let's see what else comes in the box. So inside the box, you also get a smaller box in the box. So I'll go ahead and lift that out and go ahead and take a look at it. Now this right here is going to be housing your SIM card removal tray, as you can see right there at the end portion of the box. And opening it up is going to pretty much have all of the accessories that comes with the purchase. So you do get a USB Type-C charging cable on this device, which is great. You also get a user's manual. Now this user's manual is pretty much in Chinese. You also get your charging brick here, and it does specify it charges at 5 volts at 2 amps. Now that's pretty much it. That's everything you get out of the box with the Mi 5X. Now this device also comes in 3 colors. The black color that I have here, there's also a golden color and then a rose gold color. Let's go ahead and take a look at design and build here. So to the right hand side, you are getting your volume rockers as well as your power button. And to the bottom of the Mi 5X, you are getting your headphone jack, your microphone, your USB Type-C charging port, as well as a down firing speaker. And making our way to the left hand side, you're going to notice you get your tray there. Now you can either use this as a dual SIM device, or you can use a single SIM with a micro SD card for expandable storage. Now moving up to the top of the device, you do get a noise cancellation mic as well as an IR blaster. And to the back of the Mi 5X, you're getting the dual camera setup there, so you get 2 12 megapixel rear facing cameras, LED flash, fingerprint sensor. And when you're holding the Mi 5X in your hand, it does feel pretty light at about 165 grams. The weight is just evenly distributed. The back matte finish feels really nice in the hand. It does pick up some prints, but not as bad as some other devices. And it is a little bit slippery in the hand as well. Now you're also getting a 3080 milliamp hour non-removable battery, and this is a full metal unibody design. Now when it comes to the fingerprint sensor, it is really good. It's fast, it's accurate. I mean, every time I place my finger on the sensor, it unlocks the device each and every time. Let's go ahead and move on and talk a little bit about the display here. So you are getting a 5.5 inch full HD, that's 1920 by 1080 display, about 403 pixels per inch. You got a notification LED light on this, 5 megapixel front facing camera, and the display looks great in my opinion. Any wallpaper you have on this is going to look good. Watching Netflix videos, YouTube at 1080p at 60 frames per second looks nice. Great viewing angles on this display here. And you also have capacitive buttons to the bottom of the Mi 5X. They are backlit. You can actually jump into settings and actually change the function of your capacitive buttons, which is actually pretty neat. Now in the past week of using the Mi 5X as my daily driver, I've been using it under Metro PCS. Now this is a 4G capable device, but under Metro PCS I was only able to use it on H+, which is pretty much like a really strong 3G capabilities, but it actually performs very good, even better than some 4G devices on Metro PCS. So with that being said, I was still able to make phone calls perfectly fine, and the call quality is actually good on this device. Callers at the other end had no issue. I had no issues hearing them. It was good. Now the same thing with sending out text messages on Metro PCS with the Mi 5X. I didn't have any issues there. The keyboard sensitivity is actually really good. And again, I was able to send the text messages out, receive text messages, so that area was perfect. Moving on from there, let me go ahead and show you the user interface here on the Mi 5X. So this is basically how it looks. There is no app drawer out of the box on this device, and you do get quite a bit of pre-installed applications. You pretty much have a Chinese ROM on this device. There's pretty much no Google Play Store application on this device, so you do have to go through some steps to get that enabled. What I did on my device here, I went through the steps, I got the Google Play Store enabled, and then I threw on Nova Launcher and just pretty much customized the Mi 5X pretty much to my liking. So I would actually definitely recommend, go through those steps, download the Google Play Store, and then just run Nova Launcher and just customize it to, however you want this device to look. Now, when it comes to performance on the Mi 5X, I was actually very satisfied with the performance I was getting on this device. Again, right now, I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. I'm not even on 4G. And I can still basically jump into the Google Play Store, jump into YouTube. Loading times does take a little bit because I'm not on Wi-Fi or 4G, but it can basically stream videos, surf the web, perfectly fine. So I think if you purchase this device and it does have the bands that are capable for getting 4G LTE in your area, it's going to be really fast, very reliable. Even connecting this to Wi-Fi, you'll see some really good speeds on this device. Now, when it comes to what's powering this device, it is an octa-core processor. You do got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 625. As we know, that is a very efficient processor, as well as the Adreno 506. And when it comes to the sensors on this device, it pretty much has all the sensors that I'm looking for on a smartphone. It definitely has the gyroscope, the gyro sensor, so VR 360 content is really good on this device. Now, when it comes to the one-handed usability, I pretty much didn't have an issue there. I was pretty much able to reach the status bar. As you can see, I can pull down the quick toggles, and those are the different ones you have to choose from. So you got your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, your torch, silent, screenshot option. So you do get some, good features there with the quick toggles. Now, if you do have some smaller hands, there is a one-handed mode, which you can enable just by swiping across the capacitive buttons, and it does shrink the display down to size. So that is a good feature. If you got these smaller hands and you need that one-handed mode, you definitely have it here on the Mi 5X. And you can pretty much switch it between the right side and the left side, again, just by swiping the capacitive buttons. But one thing I really like about this one-handed mode is the features you are getting here, the options where you can choose from a 4.5-inch display, 4-inch display, 3.5. And jumping into settings, I'll just kind of show you around a little bit here. You do also have personal hotspots, so that I know that is a feature a lot of us like to have. Let's go ahead and jump into display here, and you'll see you got a reading mode, and then you also have another mode for contrast and colors, which this is something I really do like. So just in case you don't like how the colors look out of the box of the display, you have the option to make it warmer or a little bit cooler. Now, jumping into storage here, you'll see that this device actually does have a pretty good amount of internal storage, 32 gigs, 25 is available out of the box, but you also get the slot for the micro SD card for expandable storage. The only thing about this, you cannot use the SD card as adaptable storage or internal storage, only as portable storage. Then you also got additional settings here, which gives you a wide variety of options. So like I said earlier, the bottom capacitive buttons, you can actually enable those to actually perform certain functions when you press on them. And then like I mentioned, you got a lot of good stuff here in the additional settings. And in About Phone here, you can see it gives you some more system information. It does have MIUI 8.5 as well as Android 7.1.2. Now again, this device does have 4 gigabytes of RAM, and when it comes to multitasking on this device, it really does a great job. I mean, I was able to have a lot of applications open, more than what I'm showing you here, and I really didn't see a huge slowdown on this device, which is sometimes when you open up an application, there might be just a slight little delay there. That's just something I noticed, but pretty much it can handle a lot that you throw at the Mi 5X here. Now when it comes to the outdoor visibility, it does a pretty good job. If you have this set on like auto brightness, it's going to crank it up all the way to about 100%, but you can definitely bring it down to, I would say, about 85% and still get some pretty good visibility, outdoors in direct sunlight. The display is quite reflective though, so just kind of keep that in mind. You will get a lot of reflection outdoors in direct sunlight. The Mi 5X has a feature here which I wish a lot more smartphones would have. It is the IR blaster. So you got Mi remote right here, and it works great. Setup, it takes about less than a minute. I set it up to my smart TV here, and it works great. It functions how it's supposed to. So again, I absolutely love devices that have an IR blaster. So this is something that is excellent on this device. Now moving on to the Geekbench 4, for those of you that are interested, I did get a single core score of 869, multi-core score of 4,251. I also ran the Antutu benchmark test, got a score of 63,222. And when it comes to gameplay on the Mi 5X, I did throw a variety of different games at it, just trying to see how much can the Mi 5X handle, and it did a great job. I mean, I really don't have anything negative to report back to you guys when it comes to gameplay. I didn't see any type of stutters, freezing, nothing like that. The back of the device does get a little bit warm after about 15-20 minutes of gameplay. but that even happens on more expensive phones that I've used in the past. So I think you will have a really good gaming experience. And plugging in a set of headphones to the 3.5mm headphone jack, it does produce some really good sound, and the single downfiring speaker does get pretty loud, but could get pretty tinny at high volumes. Now when it comes to the GPS on this device, I didn't have any issues, and even I was on 3G/HSPA+, not even 4G LTE, I was still able to run the GPS on this perfectly fine, got me to my destination, so no issues there with the GPS. And moving on to the cameras of the Mi 5X, you are getting a dual camera setup to the back there. So two 12-megapixel cameras, you also got your LED flash, as well as a 5-megapixel front-facing camera. And the front-facing camera can produce some very nice photos. But the rear-facing camera, I think, is where the magic is at. You get some really good features. I really like using the 2x optical zoom. It works really good. Shutter speed is about average, I would say. Not too slow, yet not the fastest I've used. You also get some good filters to choose from there. And you also get another excellent feature that, in my opinion, works really well is this portrait mode. The portrait mode where you get that nice bokeh effect. I'll show you some sample photos in just a moment. You also get some additional modes to choose from, as you can see there. But I think, the camera interface here is very simple, very easy to use. Now, when it comes to video recording on the rear-facing camera, you can actually record in 4K resolution. And in my experience, the video recording is okay, not spectacular, but it is okay. Here are some sample photos taken on the Mi 5X. Now, before I wrap up the full review, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about battery life. Again, a 3080 milliamp hour non-removable battery. In my experience, the battery life is actually really good on this device. I can easily get through an entire day off a single charge with well over 5 hours of screen on time. So that's basically it. That is the full review and unboxing of the Xiaomi Mi 5X. Again, you can pick this up off of GearBest. I'll drop their link in the description below. It's retailing right now for about $219, and I think it's a pretty solid package of what you're getting here. But let me know in the description below what you guys think about this device. If you enjoyed the review, please hit that thumbs up button, and please subscribe to the channel for more future videos. This is Paul Tech, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.